Wisconsin's voice technology, election security. First step is voter registration and validation. We have a few ways of achieving this with our technology and process. 1. Using the Wisconsin's Voice app, a new user will take a picture of both the front and back of their valid driver's license. They will also upload a picture of a utility or phone bill showing their current address matching their driver's license. 2. If a user does not have a smartphone, then they can register in the same way using the wisconsin.gov website. They will still have to upload a picture of their photo ID and utility or phone bill to match the address. 3. If a new user does not have a valid state driver's license, then on the day of voting at the polling place, they would register in front of a standalone kiosk. This kiosk has a built-in camera and takes their picture, and it has a scanner where they would place their utility or phone bill showing their address. Once a citizen is registered, they are now ready to vote. This is where the magic happens. On the day of the election for any political race, a voter can do one of three things. 1. If they have a smartphone, they will log into their account and vote on the election that is relevant to them. This can be a statewide race like for governor, or a local one for the school board, etc. Regardless of the race, the Wisconsin's Voice system will send push notifications to registered citizens reminding them of the election and the people who are running for election. This makes it so easy. 2. The same concept can be done on the website version again at wisconsin.gov website. 3. The same thing can be done in person at the polls. I will explain how all three variations work. How the voting system works and why it is secure and transparent. 1. Voting via smartphone. A person who chooses to use their smartphone will select their candidates in the app and push submit. They will get a confirmation screen to make sure they did not make any mistakes. Once they confirm, the first step of 2 in the voting process is completed. The selection is immediately updated digitally on the .gov website for all to see in the unconfirmed votes column. The reason it is shown as unconfirmed is because there is a second in-person step that needs to be done. After a user submits a vote on their app, they will have access to their paper ballot with a unique QR code containing the vote ID hash. The voter can print off the paper ballot at home or have it automatically print off at the kiosk by scanning their QR code on their smartphone. The system will automatically know and find their unconfirmed vote digital ballot and print it off. The person will then take the paper ballot to a poll worker who will scan the QR code to complete the 2-step in-person verification. The paper ballot is then placed into a secure ballot box, and on the .gov website, the user's vote switches from the unconfirmed vote to the confirmed final vote column. 2. Voting via website. Basically, everything I outlined in step 1 above still happens. The user just completes their vote and prints off a ballot from a personal computer on the website version. 3. Voting via kiosk. If a citizen who does not have access to a smartphone, personal computer, or the internet, they can still easily complete the voting process via the kiosk that is directly connected to the Wisconsin's Voice system. The user would select the candidate on the touchscreen, and then their ballot would automatically print out from the machine. The user would take that paper ballot with the QR code attached, and the poll worker would scan it to complete the vote. The user would then deposit the ballot into the secure box. On the other side of the voting platform, we have the poll workers. This side is equally as important because all poll workers have a registered account within the system and have been verified by the state government. These poll workers are held accountable because the system knows each poll worker who scanned which citizen's ballot into the system. The system cannot be cheated because of the unique hash ID associated with each voter's ballot via the QR code. Once a vote is confirmed and locked, it cannot be changed. If a bad actor was going to try and create thousands of false paper ballots with unique hash IDs, it wouldn't work because they wouldn't know the unique hash ID that references that current election. Also, if they tried to stuff the ballot boxes with paper ballots, it would show many more outstanding unconfirmed votes compared to confirmed votes. At the end of a fair election, there would be 100% confirmed votes in the system, and the unconfirmed vote column would show 0. Another reason why this way is so secure is because people can watch the votes tally in real time on the .gov website. No longer does the media get to call a winner, as everyone can see in real time who the winners and losers are of the election. Lastly, if an audit is required, you will be able to pull a report from the system showing each user with picture and who they voted for digitally, and then match up their paper ballot that should be securely stored in the ballot box for up to 60 days after the election.
Hey everyone, Jonathan Wickman here. I hope you enjoyed my video. I did want to talk about a few extra features that my Wisconsin voice technology system has. I really believe this is the final solution for securing our elections, not only in Wisconsin, but the United States as a whole. One cool thing about the system is there are set election time frames. So for whatever election, like the governor's race is coming up, right, there's a set system time frame already built in. So there's a week and a half or 2 weeks, whatever we decide, to allow prior for any true absentee ballots, right, or military voting overseas in order to get their ballot in, from overseas to Wisconsin here. We have that set time frame, and then it goes into the general election time frame. And then, of course, on that night, the election night at 8 p.m., if that's the cutoff date, then everything, once that 8 p.m. auto hits, the entire election with that unique election ID, it all locks. So there's no more ballots that can come in, nothing more can be registered online. It is done. The election is over, right? And the winner's a winner and the loser's a loser. So with true absentee and military voting overseas, what happens is they still go through that two-step process. So they still, and they have Wi-Fi access, they all do. So they through their account, they'll cast their vote online, like we talked about, and then they print off their paper ballot, and now that's where they have to mail it in, right? But they do it through either USPS or another provider, but certified mail. So someone on the other end has to sign to receive this ballot, from that person, okay? And that will be a verified poll worker to sign for it, and then once they open it, they have to scan it upon arrival. That is the requirement. So they take the scanner that we talked about, or the smartphone with the app on it, and scan the ballot. That completes the two-step process, locks in their ballot, and registers it. And it's all done. There's nothing that can be tampered with anymore. So again, I'm tagging as many representatives in the Senate and Assembly as possible. This is my solution. I'm happy to consult on it for free. I want fair elections, as does every American, right? Not only that, the transparency that this opens up. Just everyone be able to watch in real time, the votes coming in from unconfirmed to confirmed and for which candidate. There's no way for the media to skew anything, right? To push in favor of one another. We all can watch a fair election happen in real time. I hope you see the absolute power and freedom in this methodology. With that, I'm looking forward to your comments, and I hope everyone's doing well.